Konnichiwa YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Firstly, it's been a very busy month. I've taken on a lot of projects and a lot of editing work has to be done. So I've spent the better half of the week waking up quite early in the morning, getting my editing work done while my brain is functioning at full capacity. I'm definitely a morning person when it comes to work. I also think that those early AM hours, no one else is really awake to distract you. So it's just me, myself, my computer, and the work. Maybe a little bit TMI, but I think I have an eye infection on my left eye. It's a little bit sore and irritated, but I don't think that's because I'm editing too much. I don't think it's eye strain. It's probably something else, but I should get it checked out. I've been working for myself for about 2 years now, and it's been awesome, being my own boss, making my own time schedules, but with that there is a couple of downsides. Work coming in, there is definitely an ebb and flow, busy periods and slower periods. So there is that scarcity mindset that I think a lot of creators would also have. Because of this, when work does come in, you have a hard time saying no, and you end up taking a lot onto your plate. So there might be months where you'll be extremely busy and other months where you are not so busy. I have had months where I have taken on a bit too much work, and because of this, there was definitely a lack of sleep, a bit of a strain on my body and my mental health as well. But because of those months, I definitely know my limits now, so I try not to take more than I can chew on my plate. But working for myself, super happy, can't complain. I am blessed. I want to change this angle. It's not nice. No, the other angle's better, hey. Update number 2. If you guys have been watching the past few videos, then you'd know I've been working on a product. This product is a font pack. It is now available. Yes! Essentially, this packet of fonts, which I call Handscript, is a family of 3 different fonts which are all handwritten to give you that handcrafted and personal feeling at an instant. I personally use the regular font for all of my subtitles, and I use the bold and italic fonts for all of the texts and graphic overlays that I use. Since I started vlogging, I've been using handwritten fonts and graphics on my videos to create that personal feeling. I think it just makes YouTube a bit more fun and interactive, and I've been creating those all on my iPad. These have all been hand-drawn on Procreate, and while it takes a lot of time, I really enjoy the whole process and the final look. Now, as I have been getting busier with work, and I'm also trying to increase my output with YouTube and other social media platforms, I decided that it'd be the best thing to create an actual font pack using my handwritten graphics. Now, as this is the first product that I'm creating for the YouTube channel, I wanted to create a very high value product. So I put a lot of time and effort into making these 3 different fonts, which I am super proud of. And yeah, they're available now on my website. If you want to go check it out, I'll leave a link in the description to my store where you can have a look at the font. You can see the different varieties in the 3 different fonts. And yeah, if you want to pick it up, use it for yourself, I'd be honored. Also, I want to shout out Raj, one of my subscribers. He kindly reached out to me, letting me know that he is a graphic designer and a 3D product renderer. And yeah, we got into communication. We chatted a bit about my idea. And then over the last week, we have created a beautiful 3D rendered graphic. He also created a breakdown of this whole process on his YouTube channel. So I'm going to leave a link to that as well if you are interested in how he created this beautiful graphic for me. I am honestly so happy with how this has turned out. The whole process of creating the product and that's the delayed gratification. It's taken quite a while to get to this point today, but over the last month it has been a real goal of mine to create it. And now that it's here, I am so happy. If you end up picking up the Handscript font for yourself, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and I can't wait to see it on your projects as well. It was a really cool piece. It'd be nice actually if they could keep just a little bit of that hair.
Yeah,
I don't know if that.
I think it'll stay.
Oh, true.
I mean, this will definitely stay.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Little something.
Yeah.
Yeah, rip. Actually, but you know what? To be honest, wasn't the biggest fan of this anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all of the elements on it, this one
Yeah.
looks the least like.
It's a bit random.
Yeah, it's kind of huge.
Yeah. If you want, I can ask for the offcuts, and you can play around with it.
Oh, true.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Might as well, right?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so soft. Oh. Oh my god. This is like it's like I'm wearing a beanie. This is the warmest hood that I've ever put on my head. Wow. Oh, it fits really nice. This is gonna be perfect for these like slightly cold days. Just need like a light, like textured, like pullover. It's got a good hood on it, so I can stay nice and cozy. Yeah. What do you guys think? Wing. So I've been wanting to clean the house for a little while, specifically the bathroom and the kitchen. Now, of course, hand scrubbing tools and stuff will be cool and very useful, but I thought this would be very cool too. So I saw this online, it had great reviews. It said it was like a beautifully designed product and I love that. This is the Hoto Electric Spin Scrubber. There's so many different attachments for the head specifically that you can just pull off and reattach. So it's a very versatile product and yeah, I'm very keen to use this. So I like to keep a clean house. I think if you have a clean house, clean desk, you have a clean mind. I think I can get distracted easily. So if there is a mess in the house, I probably flock to that and want to clean that up before I do anything else. So it is good to stay clean and hygienic. Of course, this I think is going to give a little bit more of a deep clean as compared to like what I'd do with my hand, and I'll probably not get tired using this. So yeah, we're going to test it out and yeah, let's get cleaning. I've got a super clean countertop right now, so I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm just going to do a wipe down and then we're going to test out the machine. So let me wipe down real quick. We're going to use the hard scrubber, this thing first, just to like give it a really good surface clean. And then once that's done, I'm going to swap it out for this spongy one. And I think this is going to be really good just to like clean it up, sponge style.
Quando você sorriu, chorei. Eu nunca pude imaginar que isso fosse acontecer. Uma bola de cristal, vi o futuro transformar. E o que era bom ficou legal. Passarinho da montanha, quando chegar, voou, voou. Passarinho da montanha, quando chegar, voou, voou. Passarinho da montanha, quando chegar, voou.
Now I have the spongy bit. This is the spongy bit. I hope this works. I might wet it first.
Quando chegar, voou, voou. Vento leve, love, love, já. Vento leve, love, love, já.
Honestly, not too big of a fan of this thing. I don't really know why it's acting like how it is. Maybe I'm not using it right.
Quando você sorriu, chorei. Eu nunca pude imaginar que isso fosse acontecer. E numa bola de cristal vi o futuro transformar. E o que era bom ficou legal. Passarinho da montanha quando chega voou, voou. 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 Vento leve, love, logo já. Vento leve, love, logo já. Vento leve, love, logo já. Que vento leve, love, logo já. Que leve, love já. Para patap tu pap tu paga tu gadum. Paga tak tak taga tu gadum. Tek 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 tek. Paga tak tek 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 gadum. Tak tek 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 gadum. Tek 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 tek. Para tak tek tek gadum.
Oh, okay, that was a little bit more like energy intensive than I thought it would take, but you know, the kitchen, I don't think it's ever been cleaner than this, which is really nice. I bought this machine with my own money, so this is not like a biased review or anything, but I think this is pretty cool. For the kitchen top, I didn't really notice anything too crazy when I first used it because honestly, the kitchen top is quite clean. But when I used it on the cooking top, I mean, with the burners and stuff, everything made sense because that was pretty gross. These days, I usually cook lunch and dinner at home, so I've been using that a lot. And it really showed because when I looked at the wall, it was just like covered in oil and like little splatters and stuff. Yeah, using this tool was freaking awesome because it just lifted up all the grime off the floor, did like a first sweep, and then I came across with like the sponge thing, and then that really just like cleaned it all out, which was very, very nice. But what I am super happy with is actually these two little brushes. These ones are the MVPs, not gonna lie. This one here, a bit more flat, very versatile for small areas. So especially the range hood, it was really good. But this one, this gets all the corners very well. It's like a nice circular shape. Essentially just lets you get into the cracks and corners of everything. So the side of all of the range top, like the hood part area here, and like even the walls, like the corners of the walls, cleaned up real well. Is this overkill? A little bit. I don't think you need any of this stuff to clean your kitchen, obviously. Was it fun? A little bit. I think using these tools, especially if you have the right tool for the right job, is always going to make your life a little bit easier. But that being said, I'm not too sure if this is completely worth it. Not gonna lie. Cleaning the kitchen, like I said before, it's never been this clean before, so that's very nice. But I probably could have just done that with some sponges and stuff too, so yeah. But I do love cool tech, and I've yet to clean the bathroom and the balcony and stuff, so I might do that and then leave a tiny review about it after that. I wanted to create some short form content for Instagram, and I was brainstorming, came up with the idea of talking about how music matches with memories, and then the first thing I thought of was actually this hot air balloon event. My friend Jojo, he invited me to come help shoot a little bit of video and I guess some photos to take for one of the hot air balloon competition teams. Yeah, the whole competition thing, it was really interesting to see firsthand, but then also it was just such a magical moment to be able to document and be there experiencing these huge hot air balloons rising into the sky. Now, why I bring this up is because I made a YouTube video about this event, and the song that I used in the YouTube video was a beautiful piano melody. And I remember now listening to that song, I always think of the hot air balloon event. The smell in the air, how cold and crispy the weather was, and then also all of the energy, the people, the excitement, lighting up their hot air balloons, getting ready for liftoff, and then of course, the silence. I have this really fun photo here of the team's basket on the ground, and behind them you've got just like a line of humans, just spectators watching the event from afar. I like the layering in this composition. I think it creates a lot of depth with the image, but it's also cool because you get to see the scale of the humans in the distance compared to like the basket. A lot of depth, a lot of color. It's just like a bit of storytelling because the event was a competition with spectators surrounding the whole field. This one in particular, I quite like. Everything is just kind of lined up perfectly. You've got 3 different layers in this image where you've got that shadow at the foreground, you've got the girl holding the balloon in the middle, and then behind it you have another huge balloon just like inflating and filling up majority of that sky. Everything lined up perfectly. The shadow is not on the subject girl, and then also it's casting a shadow of her onto the balloon itself, which again, it's just cool. The more that I think about it now, this is a really pretty image. I have another image while the hot air balloon is inflating. I remember this was so loud on my ears, and I was standing right next to it, getting video and then also taking a photo. In the photo, you can actually see part of the flame sort of filling up the balloon part, which, yeah, it's pretty cool. Never had any issues with my camera, but it jammed a bit and I was so confused as to why this was happening, and I didn't really understand. So I shot all these images and didn't know if they were going to turn out at all or not. I took the roll out in a dark pouch so it wasn't going to be exposed to light, rolled it up, sent it to the film lab, and then got this photo back. It looks like some kind of collage or Photoshop edit, but in fact this was all done in camera. It's just beautiful light leaks with the photo. And when I look at it like this, without the light leaks, the original photo might not have been anything special. The composition of it, it's okay. You've got a lot of the framing with the balloons and stuff, but the way that this all just worked out in the end, I think it's cool. It worked out very nice. I thought those photos were really cool, so I wanted to reshare that with the channel. I also got to re-edit the video footage color grading. I got to redo it with my new style of color grading, which I think it looks even better than before, personally. If you guys are interested in hearing more about these photos in detail, then let me know in the comments and I'll definitely add something like this into like another vlog segment where I can talk in depth about the photos, why I like them, and yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. If you made it to the end, then thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I've got a couple of fun videos coming up in the next month. I'm going to Melbourne, so there's gonna be some sort of cafe tour thing going on, and yeah, other fun things to come. So please stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, and see you in the next video. Peace. Sheesh.
All these people at 6 a.m.
Yeah, man. Respect that.
Respect that.
する、一人なんですね。今回は日本代表のパイロットがなんと7人もいるということで、2年前のアリゾナジャパンとはまた違って、